What's it like to be a young poultry farmer in Ghana? Welcome to our series on agriculture. My guest is the senior laborer of Yaa Okene Farms in Asese, in the eastern region of Ghana. Ernest Lartey, good to see you.
Good to see you. How you doing?
A day like my name. How long have you been a poultry farmer?
So it's been 6 years now.
6 years?
Yeah, since we started. We started on a low key and then we inched up with the numbers. So it's been, August will be our 6th year.
Sixth year.
August, yeah.
Have you always been interested in chickens and eggs?
No, it was out of anger rather.
Anger?
I was out of anger, yeah.
What made you so angry to become a farmer?
I don't know. I was brought over to come do this project at the Tema Port.
Brought over from where?
From the UK to come do the port expansion project.
Okay.
So over there, I saw a lot of quarantine containers with chicken, and I asked myself, why do we import so much of chicken, into the country? Can't we do it ourselves? So I think that was the starting point. It was a bit of anger. Why can't we just, produce birds to feed ourselves? Chicken should be easy enough to produce. So I was challenged to go into it.
So I'm curious, what took you to the UK though?
I think life, you say.
All right, okay.
And education as well.
So you went to school there and everything.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything with agriculture. What did you study in the UK?
Engineering.
Okay, so you're an engineer. What type?
Civil.
Okay, all right. So then the civil engineer gets angry to see that there are so many chickens that are being brought in and thinks, okay, let me do it here.
Correct.
So what was the next step after the anger? What happened?
The next step is to just sit back, roll back, and ask myself questions. Why is nobody doing it? What's the scenario to do it? So I asked a lot of questions, went into some of the farms. The issues, you didn't have a model farm. When you ask anybody about poultry farm, they mention Dako farms, but then Dako farm was also not working. So it's to ask around, why don't you have a model farm and then you can copy? So then it's to do my own research and model it to suit, not being too overly scientific, but in the mid-range, which will fit the budget as well. So that was the starting point.
Were people forthcoming with the information? I mean, when you ask questions, do they say, who are you? Why?
I think that's what it's lacks in the country. There is no research available.
Okay.
So they will tell you as much as they know, but then it doesn't give you all the information you need in one. Okay. So you need to do your own research around, maybe outside the country, and see how best you can blend in.
Okay.
But typically, locally, I think the research is not there, as in the UK, where you can easily on your phone Google about something and just be able to pick up the information and advise yourself. Some of the items you need to go through the hard knocks, learning on the experience.
Okay. What kind of hard knocks have you suffered?
The vaccines, birds dying. Sometimes you lose birds, the vaccination. Okay. It's not always that it goes right. Although you do everything in the book, sometimes it doesn't go right and you tend to lose birds.
So you got the inspiration, you decide you're going to be a poultry farmer. This land we're standing on, how did it come about?
So it's a 55 acre land. My mom comes from the village next door. So the search was to find a place suitable to do the farming and be able to expand it. So when I got here, I looked at the area. It was segregated. It was far away from the town, not too far away. I had access to the 33 kV lines, which is the power, and there was the main water running down there. And when I looked at it, I said, I can transform the place to something suitable for myself.
You're thinking like an engineer.
This
is there. We're good to go.
Yes.
And then you started. What was the first?
So the first was to clear the land to get the topography, because it was like a pure forest. So I decided to do a maize farm all along the 55 acres just to give me the topography of the entire farm, so I can section the areas for the various rooms and how I'm going to plan the area. So after the maize, we harvested the maize, then the land was already clear. So then I set out the plan. Then we started building with the chicken houses.
55 acres of maize?
Yes.
That was a lot of maize?
It was a lot of maize, but those were the days of the army worm. So that was another challenge we went through as well.
They ate your plants?
I'm telling you.
Oh, Charlie, sorry. So you cleared the place and then you started the process?
Correct.
Walk me through what the stages are for a poultry farmer who is dealing in eggs, right?
Correct.
Okay, so layers.
So layers, it's purely is your budget, because the feed is everything. So one is to source the birds from the right place. the quality of birds needs to be there. Otherwise, you bring them in, and when point of play, they disappoint you.
What is the right place for you? Where do you get your birds from?
So now I'm getting it locally. There's a Coogie's
Dutch
firm,
company.
Dutch company that are producing birds locally. But when we started, locally there was none. So we had to import them from Holland. So we were bringing the birds in from Holland and we started. But now there are competent local people doing it, which is good. So the current birds we've got, they are local birds.
Should we go and check
Yeah,
out
go
while
for it.
you tell me what the process is? So the birds come in, and then what happens?
So you brood them for two weeks.
What does brooding mean?
Brooding means those are commercial birds. They don't have the parent.
Okay.
When the birds are hatched, they need the warmth of the mom chicken.
Yeah.
But this, you don't have the mother chicken, so you need to create the ambience to suit them, the warmth and everything.
So you create an artificial mama for them?
Correct.
Okay.
So that's what you see in there. We keep. So this.
What is this?
This is vitamins they're giving to them. So they had their vaccination yesterday. And when they finish the vaccination, you give them medication to de-stress them, to avoid the stress the vaccine brings onto them.
How old are these little birds?
These are 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. How do you vaccinate birds like this? Do you choke them with an injection?
No, not yet. These are oral ones. So you put them in the water and they drink it.
Good. Can we go in?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Okay. Okay. So inside. Okay. So describe what we see here. What's on the ground?
It's sawdust.
This is sawdust?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
why do you have sawdust?
It's what I said. It's you want the litter to mix with the sawdust, so you don't have a wet ground for them. So this sort of keeping the place dry, and also the ground not too cold for them when they lie on the ground.
Okay. I'm seeing some ropes hanging from the ceiling.
Yes.
What's the purpose?
This is for when they a little bit older. We hang their feeders onto this one when they are a little bit older. But currently, because they're young, they feed from the plate.
They're small.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you feeding them?
This is starter. So this is a highly protein feed.
Okay.
For them.
All right.
It's maize, soya, concentrate, and you've got the vitamins and the various elements in there.
They're eating good.
Yeah, they're eating good. And it is expensive as well.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Expensive. I can see there's a pot here with some blocks. What's happening here?
So this is to keep them warm. When we mentioned earlier that when they come in, the mother hen is not there. So we put a bit of charcoal in.
Yeah.
And it's in the evenings, it's to keep the room warm for them.
Okay. So in the evenings, you light it?
Yes.
And it becomes warm?
Correct.
And then they come and gather around it?
They gather around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many little two-week-old
2 weeks,
chicks
yes.
do you have here? How many do you have?
So there's 5,000.
Wow. I can see the movement there.
Yeah.
5,000.
Yes.
Amazing. How often do you feed them?
At this stage, you just feed them. When they're younger, you don't stop. There's got to be always food in the tray for them when they start.
So they're constantly eating?
Yes. And drinking.
Where's the water?
The water is the one they're changing, the vitamins are.
I heard that at this stage, they're very sensitive to sound. Is it true? Or when they're younger?
No, even throughout the stage, but here it's worse. They could crowd themselves and kill themselves when the sound comes in. Ooh. So it's to keep an eye for them. Any intrusion or fear of threat makes them gather in one area.
What are the main threats to their survival at this stage?
It's this disease.
Okay.
Not the right feed, and then the environment being very warm and conducive for them.
Okay. So when a disease strikes, how will you know? How will you know that there's something wrong?
So when you come into the room, you see inactive birds. And then a day or two, you get them dropping as well. So you get some dying, then you know you have an issue. But when you come and they've distributed around the room, it means they're a healthy bird. You get them running around.
At this stage, what is the mortality rate? I mean, you have 5,000 birds. How many will survive to the next stage?
The idea, a good farmer should not be more than 6% on the mortality. But normally we do better than that.
Okay.
So I think for the whole 10,000 birds we've got, we've only lost about 21 birds.
Out of 10,000?
Yeah.
Awesome. There's 5,000 here.
There's 5,000.
There's some 5,000 elsewhere.
There's 2,500 in the next room and the other room as well.
All right. So these are all around the same age?
Yes, these are all 2 weeks old.
Okay. If they are layers, does that mean they are all female?
Yes, they're all female.
Okay.
When they've got a cross-sex in, which like the male, but we take them out, they don't lay their eggs. But they don't need the male to lay the eggs. Once you feed them right, at the right age, they start laying.
That's magic, man.
They're commercial layers, so they don't need the fertilized eggs.
Okay.
They will lay anyway with the right amount of feed.
I hope nobody uses that for human beings, because I think men would need women.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
we can't have women just having babies without,
and
without men.
the women need
the men too.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 5,000 here.
Yeah.
Eating the whole day.
Correct.
Feeling free.
Yeah.
So this is where the brooding goes on.
Correct.
Okay, so they'll be here for how long?
They'll be here for about 8 weeks. Then we split them because 5,000 won't fit into the room. So we split them to another room, and then when they're 16 weeks, we move them to the cages.
Okay. Do they fight?
No.
Too young.
Nah, and I think animals don't care about fights. They only care about their food and what survival is.
That's all.
Yeah.
I think they are more evolved than some of us.
Correct.
So where are we going next?
Yeah, so the other badgers here.
Okay. There you go. Yes. I saw some other birds inside there. Well, oh, that's a different stage.
They are, oh yes,
Okay,
they are
so-
like 12 weeks.
Okay, so let's go through the stages. Yes, okay. So these are the other set
Correct.
of the young 2-week-old birds. There you go. Yes. Okay, so same thing.
This is the foot bath, yeah, same thing. So,
Yes, so tell me about this foot bath.
so foot bath is just to disinfect your feet whilst you're entering the room. It is to kill all the bacteria and germs before you enter the room.
Okay.
So this is the other 2,500 of the 10,000.
So their life is just get up,
eat,
run around, eat.
yeah.
Do they sleep at a particular time?
Correct. So when they are okay, fed and full, they just lie down.
Even in the
Rest.
daytime?
Yes, in the daytime.
Okay.
So for them, it's the rest, eat and drink. That's all.
Rest, eat, drink.
Yeah. They eat your money till they are like 16 weeks.
Are they active at night? I mean, if I got
once
here,
you have
if I
the
got here
light.
at midnight, would I see them
Yeah,
moving
you'll
around?
see them. At this stage, we try to keep them light, even through the night.
Okay.
So in the night, except if you turn the light off, then they go to bed. But normally, once they have the light, they're active.
Okay. All right, so from this stage, then let's go to the next stage.
Okay, so from this stage, then you go to the other stage, which are the birds there.
Okay.
We call them growers.
Growers.
Yeah.
These ones, what's the technical name for these guys?
These are the chicks.
The chicks.
Yes.
Okay.
So from chicks, you go to the grower stage.
The grower stage.
Yes.
Okay. And how many growers do we have inside there?
So this one is about 3,000, and then we have the remaining one. So I normally bring them a badge of 10,000. So this is also a 10,000 badge.
Okay. And just split them up.
Correct.
So how often do you bring in these birds?
Like every month. Once we finish the brooding, then I prepare for the next batch. So within 6 weeks, we bring the next batch, so we're full.
Okay. And it's almost like a continuous cycle
Yeah,
of
it's
replacing.
correct.
It must burn up a lot of cash.
It is a lot of cash, and the environment is not conducive because there is no kind of credit system, and there is no support in terms of the finance. So you need to be up and running as far as your pocket is concerned.
When you started, how did you fund this?
This is pure life savings. The whole 15 years worked, I decided I'll put it in.
Wow.
So,
But we have government agencies and departments that talk about poultry and
I think it's always
agriculture and
it's always talk. When it comes to action, speak to the farmers on the ground. You're on your own. The planting for food and jobs, rallying for food and jobs, none of it get to the right people who can make the impact. It's just policies on paper.
so these are
These are the growers.
the growers.
Yes.
I see white, I see brown.
Yes.
It
So
wasn't-
brown lays brown egg, white lays white egg. That's
as
just the
simple as that.
difference. As simple as that.
But they're all from the same breed of chicken?
Yes.
What kind of chickens are these?
So these are Bowman, and then we have
Bowman.
yes.
Okay.
And then you have, the name is not coming.
It will come.
It won't come out.
So they look so clean. I mean, you bath them?
No, it's just to keep the room clean. So you make sure the litter is being taken out every now and then. And then you don't have water, going into the ground. And then you get them clean. And this is purely to get bacteria out of the room. Once you have wet room, litter not being changed, then you get the bacteria coming into the room.
I smell something sharp. It smells like ammonia.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's when you get the litter being coming off, drying off. So if it is not well kept, you can't breathe. You get the ammonia so high.
The litter is their excrement?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And can you use it for something?
Yeah,
What's it used for? Fertilizer?
Manure. Yeah.
It's manure?
Yeah.
Okay.
So currently we're using it to do a lot of the slopes we're doing mango farming. So a lot of the slopes we use the manure to do the mango.
You don't just do poultry?
No, I try to do
other stuff as well. Yeah, but today we are focusing on birds.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of birds here. So guaranteed to get brown eggs from brown chickens.
Correct.
White eggs from, but they're all the same breed.
They're all the same breed, yeah.
Okay. Do you know
it's
why?
Low man.
Do you know why chickens become brown and chickens become white? Or just...
No, it's just a breed. So you cross. So it's the person at the hatchery. So if you want the white, they pick specific male and specific female to give you the white bird. And if you want a brown, you pick the specific male and the specific female to give you the brown.
Okay. Yeah. Those are our genetics lessons that are coming into play.
Correct.
Mendel and his friends.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So
X and Y chromosomes.
Exactly so. All right. And so again, in the yellow, you have
the feed.
Their feed.
So the ropes you ask from that side.
Exactly.
This is what it's for. So yeah.
Because they are older and now they can reach it.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Wow, lots of birds.
Yes.
So from here, where do we go?
So from here, then they go into the. I don't know if you want to look at the feed mill first.
We are curious, man.
Yeah.
How old are these guys?
These are 12 weeks.
12 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. At what age does a chicken become, fully grown?
So from 18 to 21 weeks, that's where we expect them to start laying.
Okay. So this is your feed mill?
Yes.
Okay. So what do we have here?
So here is where we do the combination for them. So we normally get the raw ingredients, which is maize, the soya, the wheat bran, the rice bran, the concentrate, the feed additives, and then we use it to produce the feed for them. So currently maize is in short supply. If you've spoken to other farmers, we're not getting the maize. Normally you would have the stock in to do.
So when you're down on maize, what do you do? Is there a substitute?
There's no substitute, unfortunately. We haven't developed the science enough, so it's only maize. So then you need to scout around for bits and bobs too.
So you mix. I can see calcium bicarbonate of limestone.
Yes.
Limestone. What is this?
It's calcium, yes. It's for feed. So this serves as calcium for them. We have the dicalcium, which is this one, the phosphorus, and then you have this. Then you have other ingredients. We have the layer premix.
Is it possible to see what it looks like?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think which one you want to see?
All of them.
All right. So
people are curious now.
So this is it. This is salt. We mix salt with the feed. This is the dicalcium. This is similar to protein, not protein, the calcium.
It's almost like flour.
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's calcium, with phosphate in it.
With phosphate in it?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the sodium bicarbonate you saw. This is grainy.
This is grainy. Like Gary?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not Gary.
Yeah, it's very Gary-like.
Yeah. So then you have toxic binder.
Okay.
So this is to bind all the toxins.
This looks like coconut.
But it's not coconut.
This binds everything together.
Correct. It binds the toxin because you have a lot of aflatoxins in maize. So we do try to get the correct moisture content and everything, but still you do get aflatoxins. So this is to kill the toxins in the maize and some of the other ingredients.
Okay. So this is it. And all this stuff sourced locally, all the feed?
No, the soya is imported. Locally there used to be, but now I think a lot of the farmers have gone out of the production, so you don't get the maize. Now we're getting some local, we're getting some from Togo as well, because locally the market is not there. So we're getting some of the maize from Togo. The rice bran, we're getting it from here. We're getting it from the north and some from the Asuchari areas.
Okay.
And we have shells as well. For the shells, we're getting it from Otukpolu or whatever they call it. Shells, yeah.
Let's go check them out. What kind of shells are these?
So these are oyster shells grinded
Ah.
to give
From the sea?
Yes.
Okay. This is
Knife.
Charlie, your chicks,
so this is
and growers are eating well,
Yeah.
man.
So
These are shells.
this is the oyster
ground,
shells. Yeah.
and you add it to the food.
Correct.
Yeah, it smells nice. If I were chicken, I'm sure I'd be excited.
Yeah, you will be. Keep your bones. Keep your bones strong.
Very, very strong.
Yeah.
So from here, where are we going? So
From here, we go to the laying rooms. So there are
Oh.
several. This is another laying room. We go the up. The up, you have both combination of the brown and the white.
Okay. What are these metal structures I see here?
Those are the cages. So after every cycle, we strip the cages down. Then we repair it. Those that don't meet, we take them out before we reinstall them again.
What are the cages for?
These are the laying cages for the birds.
That's what we're going to see?
That's what we're going to see now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, of the 55 acres, how many acres is the poultry concern on?
So your collie is around 8 to 10 acres.
Okay.
So we've got the quarters for the boys down there, and we have the brooder house further down. Then we have the laying areas. We have a few of goats and pigs around.
Okay.
But we're not doing too much of it.
This is the main deal?
Yes.
Okay, okay. What's it like working, in terms of staffing and training for people who work on a poultry farm?
It's been good. Normally the staff, it's quite difficult to get people to train them. You know, most of them are in a hurry to make it or to get quick money. So it takes a lot of dedication for you to get the right workers. So, but then it's been good so far. We get some from the northern region and the local people as well.
I see that you use a lot of water.
Yes.
What's the capacity of this tank?
So this is a 10,000 liter.
And I can see a lot.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and some one at the end. It's a lot of water.
The chicken don't understand when they don't have water. It's one of the key ingredients for them. If they don't have water, they won't eat. And if you starve them of water over time, they stop laying. So that's why we have a lot of reservoir. So in case the Ghana water takes the water away, we can...
You're ready to go.
Yes.
Whew. Wow. Do you get concessionary rates for farmers and their water use?
No. That's what I'm saying. In the country, this is...
Well, there are more tanks even behind.
Yeah.
It's more than 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Planting for Food and Jobs, this is what it's supposed to be. There's a design policy to get both electric and water at affordable rates.
Exactly.
But it is not. The farm is charged on a commercial rate.
Wow.
So,
what is this stuff I'm seeing here?
so this is the manure.
The droppings, chicken droppings.
Correct.
Okay.
So this is what we said. So we have all the slope we've done to do the mango. So you see the mangoes in there.
This is all your land?
Yes, yes.
Where does it stretch up to?
Into the valley.
Down?
Yes.
So up is somebody else?
Yes. Up is
So
somebody
you are valley?
Yes.
All this corn here?
Correct.
All this stuff is you?
Yes.
Where's your mango?
So the mango is what you see. They are
Yeah.
within like this one.
Okay.
So when we cut the maize, then we apply the manure.
So this was part of the 55 acres of maize that you grew in the beginning?
Correct.
Okay. So there's some laying action going on here.
Yeah. So
what's the population of birds in this room?
So this is a 30,000 capacity.
30,000?
Yes.
So let's see what happens here.
So the cages you were asking about.
Those are the cages?
This is the cages. So this is what they lay in.
How old are they now?
It varies. Some are like 32 weeks, some are 42, and some are almost 52. So they're in 3 batches. Remember I told you they come in 10,000s?
Yes.
Yes.
So, how do the eggs come out?
So the cage is done with a slope. So once they lay and the birds move, it comes.
So they lay over there?
Yes.
And then it slopes
down. It rolls down, yes.
Okay.
So you have their feet, and then you would have the water in there for them.
This is, how many story building? Stories?
It's
1,
4.
2, 3, 4 stories?
Yeah.
That's a lot of birds.
Yes.
Is it intentionally that you have all the browns in one place?
It was a batch, more like it.
Okay.
But normally you can mix them.
So the man is harvesting the eggs?
Correct.
Okay. This is incredible. Yeah. This is absolutely incredible.
Mind you, farming is a calling, you know.
Definitely.
It's the same like the pastors.
Yeah, no, you have to be called.
Yeah, you have
to
be
be patient.
Correct.
Correct?
Yeah, and be very passionate about it.
Yeah. Was anybody in your family a farmer?
I think I grew up in a humble family. We used to do, my grandmom used to go to farm with me.
Okay.
So yeah, I've always been around farmers. And in the UK I liked farming, but it wasn't opportunity to farm in the UK. You need to be either born into it or inherit it. So back home, I thought it was a challenge, but it was an opportunity for the farming bit as well.
Yes.
I had the passion for it.
Yeah. How often can chickens lay eggs?
So it's a cycle every 18 hours.
Every 18 hours they'll lay an egg.
Correct.
And that 18 hours times how many? For how long?
Normally it's for 2 years.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
So
After
what? Every 18 hours for 2 years,
Correct.
a chicken will be laying eggs.
Yeah. And after 2 years, they become spent layers.
They become what?
Spent layers.
What does that mean?
That's when, you know, their laying capacity is not that good, so we sell them off for meat.
It's a full cycle.
Yeah.
Every 18 hours,
Correct.
one egg drops.
Yeah.
For 2 years. My people, do your maths. Do your maths. Okay. So, as far as I can see,
Yeah.
all the way.
All the way.
So how do you know it's time for a chicken to start laying eggs?
So that's after, when they are at the grower stage. They get to like 19 to 20 weeks. You see the comb had grown. They start.
Show us the comb.
So this is the comb.
The red?
Yes.
Okay.
The comb will be ready. Then they start to settle down. And the noise they make, then you know they are ready. So then we move them to the cage.
This noise? Is that a noise?
No, not the noise. This one has already started.
Okay.
Yeah, the crow noise you hear. Yes. When they start that, it means, yes, correct.
Okay.
They've gone through the puberty, right? And
and then they're ready.
they're ready, yeah.
So after 2 years, what happens? Will the comb change color?
No. If you look after them, well, you have bright red.
Okay. So this is a dead bird?
Yes, this is a dead bird.
It was located?
In the cage, yes.
Okay.
So the guys goes around every day. If there are any mortality, they pick it out.
Okay.
Then we record it.
Would I say that the older birds are the ones on top, or it's just...
No, same.
They're all the
batch.
same?
They're all the same batch.
And you said there are 30,000 here?
Yes, in this room. So every lane is 10,000. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. You have 3 lanes.
Yes.
10, 10, 10.
Yes.
Wow. Are they separated from, or they're all close to each other?
They're close to each other. So you have 4 in a box.
What do we have a strong animal rights movement in Ghana? Because they'll come and tell you that, oh, the chickens are standing like that for 2 years.
No, they relax as well. It's
relax?
worked out, yeah. The foot square that the birds need to be able to lay, it's been worked out, and they are comfortable. You just need to make them comfortable. The water, the feed, and everything is there.
Where's the water? Because I see the feed.
You see the nipple. This is the water.
Ah.
So the kika noise you hear is them drinking
That's water
yeah.
for there. Okay. And how do you feed? The water is in pipes. That's a pipe.
Correct. That's a pipe. So you've got the tanks outside, and they dispense into the cage.
A lot of engineering went into this.
It's enjoyable to use your career.
Yeah, your civil engineering came in useful.
Yes, very useful.
Because did you actually draw some of these things yourself?
Yeah, the whole I planned out. The layout I did it myself. You know, plot the layout myself. And then a lot of the engineering aspect I did it myself.
I wonder what your civil engineering lecturers would have been thinking of. How you've used the knowledge to do this. Yeah. Awesome. What's your greatest challenge?
I think it's planning. If you ask me, the environment doesn't afford you to plan, because every day the main commodities are invariable. Today maize is 210, next 2 months is 320, so you can't plan. So that makes you very, very difficult to plan your life around. Maybe you would have started a year with the budget and a plan of maize being 150. Now you're at 320. How do you plan? It's the same. By the beginning of the year, birds were around 12 cedis. The starter, they were 12 cedis per bed. Now it is around 25 cedis.
Double.
Yeah,
More than double.
You can't plan with. So mainly that's the thing. If the government can help with the commodities, i.e., making sure there is a maize, the security of the currency, you don't get the fluctuation against the dollar, then you can plan your life away. It's,
Chicken break. A prison break.
yeah.
He escaped?
He escaped.
Hey, my brother, get back in. What are you doing there? It's a prison break, man.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yes.
He escaped.
Missed it.
We broke jail.
Yeah.
Or she, right?
It's a she,
It's
yeah.
a she. They're all she's.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Tasting freedom.
Yeah.
You'll go inside soon. I'm sorry it came from here.
Correct.
Yeah.
So once the gate comes open,
Uh-huh.
they zip out, but they catch them back up.
Okay. So planning is the big thing.
Planning is the main thing. You can't. Once you have control of the commodities, you can plan, and once you can plan, you can progress. Working blind without a planning is a bit difficult.
Yeah.
You cannot work.
And
with
engineers don't think like that.
that. No.
You
Everything got to be
written
planned.
down.
Yeah, to the minute.
Detail.
Yeah. So
You've talked about the lack of government support.
yeah.
You've talked about planning issues. Any other big things that exercise your thinking?
And
all the time?
I think the record of the knowledge. So it's what I was saying earlier. For me, all the mistakes I make while starting a farm, a young farmer shouldn't go through that. The young farmer should be able to come around and say, I want to start a poultry farm. We should be able to tell him A, B, C, D is a cycle. Don't go through this. These are the problems. But you don't have. The data is not there. Even the textbooks are imported.
Yeah.
The disease they talk about
Foreign stuff.
is non-existent here. So that's the problem. So there's got to be a lot of research into it.
Documentation.
Yes, documentation, and the veterinarians and whatever needs to be more hands-on, helping the farmers out.
Talking about the vets, do you get them visiting you?
No, I pay for my own vet. So if I have issues, I have to, But unlike the UK, you have the DEFRA, which is similar to the veterinary services we have here. They have planned visits. Whether you call them or you don't call them, they will come. Yeah. So that makes it quite okay. And because they're on the ground, they know the problems the farmers are going through, and they're able to chain out policy, design drugs that helps the farmers. Unlike here,
So no vet has come here before?
No.
Wow. I see some harvesting of eggs.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, let's go check them out. Wow. What are the common diseases that they are prone to getting at this stage?
At this stage, it's infection.
Okay.
Once you can you manage the litter well, and their feed and all the components are right, then you're okay.
How many people work on this farm?
Now we're currently at 24.
Wow. The whole concern.
Yes.
On the poultry side.
Yes. But we were, because our capacity is 120,000, and now we're ranging around the 60,000. So it's half.
There's still room to grow.
Correct.
These days, if I was going to buy a crate, so talk to me about customers. So who comes to buy this stuff?
So we only deal with the bulk buyers.
Okay.
So we have people from the Volta region, Ashama Timber Market, then we have some from Accra and Medina. So they come to buy the bulk and then go and resell.
What is your definition of a bulk buyer? How many eggs can a bulk buyer buy at once?
Not below 500 crates.
And a crate has how many eggs?
30 eggs.
So 500 times 30.
So that's
15,000.
yes.
15,000 eggs. These days, how much is an egg? And how much is a crate? If imagine I was a bulk buyer, how much am I buying this for?
So this is 54.
54 cedis
Yeah.
for a crate.
How you get it in the market, I don't know about it.
Yeah, but from you. Yes.
From me, it's 54.
Yeah, 54.
Yeah.
Okay. For 18 eggs.
No, 30.
30 eggs.
Yes.
54. Okay. Interesting. I'm so freaked out by that. Every 18 hours, they are laying an egg.
Yeah.
For 2 years.
That's their cycle.
Lord.
They eat and lay.
That's it.
That's what they do.
Ah, there she is. Aiko. Another prison break.
Yeah.
If they had access to their eggs, what would they do?
So they will, even sometimes if the shell is not strong enough, they break it and try to eat it.
Really?
Yeah. So you need the shells needs to be of good quality. Otherwise, they try to peck it.
They'll try and pick it.
Yeah.
Is that not cannibalism of some sort?
It's, you call it recycling. And especially if you don't feed them right.
Then they will probably eat it.
Yes, they will eat it.
So from this stage, what happens?
From here, then it goes to the market.
If they finish their 2-year cycle,
Yes, correct.
then they will be sold as meat.
Yes.
And for the meat, are you restricting to bulk buyers as well?
Yes. So locally, we don't get the bulk buyers, but currently, Ivory Coast has got a policy.
Yes, let's stay here.
Okay.
Yeah, you're talking about Ivory Coast policy.
Yes, so Ivory Coast, they don't do the frozen birds. So they like the live birds.
Oh.
So they bring a lot of trucks to...
And they come and carry the birds away.
Correct, because they don't import. They don't import the frozen...
Ivory Coast does not import frozen birds.
No. So, unlike
Ghana.
Yeah.
So they come for the live birds, they take it away.
Yes.
What's going on here?
So this is cleaning the litter.
Okay.
So when they do the dropping, it comes in there, and there is a machine that pushes the litter. It goes into the tank. From the tank, it goes down the hill, and we mix sometimes the soil to do a bit of vegetables.
Okay. So you're kind of doing a sustainable
I'm
thing
trying
where you're
to.
using everything.
Correct.
It's a cycle.
Yes.
Okay. Why are there so many feathers here?
So it's the age. At every age, they shed the feathers and grow new ones. So it's the age of the birds.
So 10,000 here, 10,000 there, 10,000 there.
Correct.
30,000.
Yes.
Is this excrement that has piled up like this?
Yes. So the shells you saw in. So the litter goes, but the shells we saw, they're
Yes.
heavy.
Yeah.
So that one you need to scoop them out.
Wow. This is impressive, Ernest. 6 years of hard work.
Yes.
When you went to school to study to become a civil engineer, did you forever, at any point, ever think that you would be doing this? Was that the plan?
It wasn't entirely the plan, but I knew at a point in time I would definitely do farming.
Okay.
So, as I said, it was one day of anger, saying, why can't we do this?
And make it happen.
Yeah.
So that's our tour.
So down there we have similar age. Then we have the pigs down there.
All right. How many pigs do you have on site?
We're now about 85.
85 pigs?
Yes.
Okay, I want to see that.
Yes, but we still think we haven't started yet.
Yeah. Oh. So what kind of advice would you give to a young person like you who is thinking about going into poultry farming? What were the 3 top tips you would give that person?
Have the passion.
Number 1.
Investigate and research very well. And number 2, be ready for the long haul.
Okay.
It is not a quick turnaround, or you just want to go make some cash.
Okay.
You've got to have the passion, and you've got to be willing to go the long haul.
When you started, when did you make your first sale after you started the whole business, this poultry thing?
So it took almost 8 months, because it takes six months for the birds to start laying. So it's around 8 months before you start getting any revenue coming in. So for the first 6 months, they just eat for free.
And burning your cash.
That's it. Just eat the cash away. So here is the same age as the one we saw.
What we
before.
just saw?
Yeah.
So they are laying here as well?
No, these are the younger ones.
Okay, all right,
So
yeah, the first ones we saw.
When you see the rubber around,
Uh-huh.
those are the younger ones.
The rubber?
Yeah.
Why?
This is to keep them warm.
Ah, yes, you said so. Because
Yes.
their moms are not around.
Correct.
Okay. So this is like a nursery.
Yes.
All right.
That's the word actually.
A
you can
nursery.
use.
Okay.
So this room has got some cockles. You know, when you ask of the male,
The
male
males
ones-
are here.
Yes.
All of them are males?
Yes.
So this is a boys' dorm
This is a boys' dorm.
at this school. Or Poultry. So guys, what's up? So I mean, what's their fate?
This is for soup.
You don't give them any girlfriends for them to enjoy?
No.
Oh, what a life.
If you were doing the hatchery, then yes, they will be good. You will bring some female for them to fertilize the eggs.
So these guys are destined for the Christmas soup.
Correct.
I see black ones, I see white ones.
Yes. So this is the mix we were talking about. So a hatchery who wants to produce a brown layer will pick either the brown male and pick a white to give you the breed that you want.
Okay.
So the males are the slip sex you get
Okay.
in every batch.
Okay. I thought they were black, but I see some green on some of these very dark ones. Very interesting.
So those breed, they lay green eggs.
Green eggs?
If you use that male and you get the black chicken, they lay green eggs.
Do you have any green eggs here?
Yeah.
I really have to see some green eggs, man.
I'll show you
green
some.
Chicken eggs?
Yes.
Okay. Nice. I know your language. They're wondering, but who is this guy? Who is this guy? And
so this is the remainder of the 10,000, the 12 weeks old ones.
Okay.
That's the remainder.
The growers?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's another same them as well.
Okay.
Same
So
age.
it's just a big population of chickens.
Correct.
And you said your capacity is 120,000
Yes.
when you are running at full steam.
Yes.
But for now, you're 60.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is just the pig side of things.
Yeah.
Okay. So what age are these guys?
So this one are like 6 months.
Okay.
Male.
6-month males?
Yes.
All males?
All males.
Is there a reason why you segregate them?
Yeah, because this ones, they're going to be ready for the market. We sell the meat. And the female, we try to keep them to breed them for them to give birth.
All right. So 6 weeks?
6 months.
6 months. 6 months. Males?
Yes.
Where are these local breeds of pigs?
They're from the University of Ghana.
Oh, okay. All right. We've bred our own.
Yes, I got 2. I started with 2, actually. No, 3.
When?
So that's a year and a half ago.
So 18 months.
Yes.
You started with 3.
Yeah.
And how many are there now?
Now we're around 85.
Divine multiplication. From 3 to 85. Yeah. Okay, so same age?
So this same age, males as well.
All males?
Yes.
Okay. What do you feed them?
Same. So it's the maize with the other ingredients, soya, and only that they are less protein.
Okay.
The chickens are more protein.
So generally, what you feed the chickens is what you feed the pigs. Still, these are females?
These are females.
Okay. So these we use for breeding?
Yes. So this one, I'm going to keep them.
Okay.
For them to give birth.
How big can they get to?
Here.
Okay, we'll go and see.
Okay. So this is the one we started with.
Lord! This is a massive one. With her children?
Yes.
How old is this?
The kids are like 2 weeks.
2 weeks old?
Yes.
And the mama?
The mama is the one we started. So like it's a year and 18 months.
Okay,
almost
18
2
months.
years, yeah.
Wow. Is that also another female?
Oh, that's the male.
That's the male. Is he the one who crossed her?
Yes.
So that's daddy?
Yes. This is the male we started with, and this is the female we started with. Unfortunately, one of the females we've sold away.
Okay, so you had a male and 2 females?
Yes.
To start with?
Yes.
Animals are polygamous, right?
They're allowed to.
So they are responsible for everything we see here?
Correct.
These 2?
Yes.
How often do pigs...
They don't have family planning, you know. Once the babies start, they stop breastfeeding. When you put them with the male, they come on heat and they get pregnant.
Wow. Is it true that if you leave the babies with the daddy, he may eat them?
If you don't feed them. I think when they're being fed and they're okay, you don't get that.
These 2 are responsible for all these?
Yes. And pigs, they don't give problem like the chicken. For them,
chicken be problem, eh?
Yeah, chicken is not easy. so
this is the biggest?
This is the
biggest.
yeah.
Okay. So what's going on? A fight?
And
people are bathing?
Yes, this one is another female. So this gave birth to this.
It's almost her size.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one is pregnant.
When will the baby come?
Probably another 2 months.
Where did you get the knowledge for dealing with pigs? Handling pigs?
Like the Legon. I went to get a bit of coaching.
Okay.
And now I'm reading more into how best to get productivity out of them. So the idea is when our number reaches around the 200, I will set up an abattoir, do the killing, and then I'll use it for the sausage and stuff like that. So you'd have the sausage and the burger. This one is pregnant too.
Pregnant?
Yeah.
How far away from delivery?
This one maybe another 6-7 weeks. This one too has got babies.
These are children?
Yeah.
Also the child of these two?
Yes.
How old can pigs live to?
I haven't researched that one,
But this is less. I mean, those ones are like 1 year, 8 months.
Yeah.
6 months. These ones are like a year.
Yes, this one's like a year.
Okay. How long is the pregnancy?
Not top of my head, not keep here.
Ooh. So these kids are going to grow so quickly.
Yeah. So once they finish breastfeeding, we wean them.
Okay.
And then they see the growth picks up. Once they start eating the normal
Then they start eating.
Yes.
Yeah. How many can come out of the womb at once?
The big one gave birth to 15. 15.
15?
15, yeah. So you get 15, 12. The least is around 7.
That's where the multiplication happens.
Yeah.
15 children.
Yes.
And that's a big daddy.
Yes.
He must eat a lot.
They eat.
Why are his testicles so red?
It's keeping it warm for action.
It's giving the testicles warm for action.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you see, the mother is separated.
Yes.
What will happen? You open the door, allow them to enter?
Yeah, so once I wean the mother, we allow the mother to come in. These are only males, so we'll distribute them among the females that are ready.
Okay.
So among the males too, you select the best male that you want to keep, and those ones you use them to cross the females.
Okay. So for now, this is the reigning champion.
Yes.
So he will be. He's the one who's allowed to cross.
Yes.
The others will not cross yet.
No, they can't. We give the others, because this one won't be able to cross the little one. So we give the little females to.
Okay. You have to match the sizes.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very interesting. Hey, mommy is sleeping. Yeah. The vets. So vaccinations.
We do it ourselves. We do all the injections ourselves. Hey, you have the noise though.
I do. I got it. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So the idea is to do the mango on the slopes.
So the mango will be on the slopes?
Yes. All the slopes will be the mango. So the other room you see there is another laying room.
Okay.
So it will be similar to what we saw.
What we just saw?
Yes, the cages and the...
Wow. What excites you about this job?
I think being very close to nature and then contributing. I'm happy to know my egg is on the breakfast table of somebody somewhere. Yeah, so...
Not just in Ghana, your chickens are going to Côte d'Ivoire.
Correct. So I think it's a passion. Once the calling is there, you love the whole process. Although sometimes you lose, but then the passion keeps you going.
What do your classmates here and abroad think of the work that you do? What are some of the interesting comments you've heard about your work as a farmer?
Yeah, I think it's humbling. Most of them say, yeah, we knew you're going to do something like that. You're determined, and when you say things, you do. So it's been humbling and very encouraging. And it's only when I say I want to exit engineering, that's when they said no.
They don't want you to leave engineering.
They don't think you should, with all the experience in engineering, you should just walk away into farming. Rather,
but you're using it. I mean, you designed this place.
Yeah.
You're using it.
Yes.
What are some of the discouraging things people said I mean, what was your lowest moment in this?
My lowest moment was listening to Kennedy Japan when he said he's only a foolish guy who will go do farming.
What?
90% he's right. Because when he explained himself, he said, listen, you don't get the support from the government, you're just going to burn your money in the ground. So in principle, he was right. But that was my lowest moment, being a farmer. I felt he was speaking the truth, but then the truth really hurt. And it's true. Coming into it, it's too obvious. We shouldn't be. We're not saying government should give me money. I don't believe in that because where I've grown and known, it's not a dish out to money. But then the government to keep the system stable so people can make meaningful business. I don't want to buy maize one day 150, another day 320. That's the challenge for me. So for me, I think our greatest challenge is keeping the economy in check so you don't have the dollar to the CD jumping and dancing about, and then people can do their business. At the moment, it's challenging.
I can imagine. What would be your reaction if you heard that Kende Japan is coming to visit your farm?
I'll be happy. At least he speaks the truth. Yeah, I'll be happy. Say, hey, guy, what you said, mom's back are thinking you were being a bit nasty, but it's true. It is the reality. It's example is what you said. Why are the veterinarians coming into your farm?
Exactly.
You don't get them. Same with the vaccine. You need to go and scout for your own vaccine, everything. Medications, everything.
It's like you're running your own country.
Yes, that's what it is. You gotta be your own nation, supporting yourself. If you don't carve yourself out, you just run away.
Power issues. Are you on ECG or you have your own power?
We have a backup power, so we have a thermal, whatever, the diesel.
Where is it? In this room?
Yes.
Okay, let's have a look. Yeah. And what's the power situation like here?
Now it's been stable. Months ago it was rough.
It was bad, eh?
Yeah. But now it's a bit stable. So that's the backup gen.
So that's your backup gen?
Yes.
What can it power?
So mainly power the feed room.
Yeah. Very important.
Yes.
Okay. Security, how's that?
It's not an issue. Here, if you get any, whatever, then it's from internal. But we try to keep everybody happy. We can't make everybody happy, but we try to do our best to make sure everybody is benefiting from the whole labor.
What is your immediate family involved in this business?
No. No, my cousin is involved. My cousin is involved.
Okay.
And he's been great, actually, He's been great.
Shout out to him. What's his name?
Kwesi.
One time.
Yeah, it's been great.
Okay. What are your parting words for people who are watching this, especially the young people who want to go into farming?
Not only farming, but I think we need to own all the aspects of our country or our development. So we all cannot be farmers, but we all need to hold every aspect that we can to be more sustainable to ourselves. We should be able to feed ourselves, do our own roads, design our own future. And I think the youth, now is the time. We need to try and grab the helms of affairs, not to be onlookers and just watching. But every opportunity we should grab at it and contribute. It's the only way to progress.
I read somewhere that the nation that cannot feed itself will be in trouble.
Yes. It's true.
You agree?
Yeah, 100%. But that's what you're saying in Ghana. Everything is imported, and it's hurting your currency. Imagine if we have model farms where the graduates from the university are producing the maize, for instance. It would be enough for the poultry farmers. You would have more guys going into the. If you look in there, I had automated. Like an abattoir for like 400 birds an hour, where it takes the birds, cut it up and bag it. But you can't just set up because it's the market doesn't work. My cost of production will be maybe 30% of what somebody producing in Brazil and put it on a ship to bring it to Ghana. So it wasn't worth it. That's why we moved away from the broiler market. But if the commodities are there, I'm able to get the maize the same price, not cheaper, same price as the Brazilian farmer. I will produce same. So the broiler you bring for 15 cedis per kilogram, if I'm getting the same maize, the same soya, the same feed as the farmer in Brazil, I'll produce same at same cost. Mind you, labor is cheap here.
Exactly. Let's talk policy. You said earlier on when we were inside where the layers were doing their thing that the Ivorians don't allow frozen birds into their country.
Correct.
So they prefer to buy live birds, which is to your advantage.
Correct.
Why can't we have a policy like that?
Because most of your leaders are importers. So it's the quick fix to almost all our problems. There is no strategic planning. If you read what Nkrumah plans were, you can tell this guy had a headway. He had planned 10 years ahead how our life will be lived, you know. But currently, it's all makeshift. There is no long-term planning, long-term development to steer us in the right direction. They are all quick fix and, you know, knee-jerk reactions. Those don't build a country. You need a long-term development plan to make this one work.
Agric policies for the parties heading into the elections. I don't know whether you're following this, but are they saying is anybody saying anything about agric that is exciting you?
No, not at all. It's the same old. So if it works, you just ask me, what about this planting for food and jobs? If planting for food and jobs was successful, I shouldn't be buying maize at 320 cedis. So that's where the problem is. For me, we should, maybe politics has not been a great game for us as a country and as a continent. We need to take off the politics and then deal with real issues, which is what I think. There are real problems and there's got to be real solutions and diagnosis to them instead of just, you know, talking theories, propaganda, knee-jerk reactions. They don't solve our problems.
No MCE, DCE politician MP has come to visit you
I don't
before?
even know his name. I don't even know his name. So it's what we have. But unfortunately, the right thing is what you said. You need to carve your own nation. Otherwise, you'll be depressed and you walk away.
Yep. Sustain yourself.
Correct.
Otherwise, problem.
Yeah.
Ernest, it's been a real pleasure.
It's been a pleasure having you, my good friend.
The senior laborer of Yaa Okene
Farms.
Farms, named after your
mother.
sweet mom,
Yes,
who
yes.
passed away into
Yes, yes.
eternity.
And most of my things I learned from her, to be a soldier, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
indeed. What do you think she will make of all of this now?
I think she'll be proud. Maybe smiling down on us.
One time, mommy.
Yeah.
God bless. And bless you for watching the show. What excited you most about this? What was inspirational for you? Put your comments down below. Let's have a conversation about young farmers in Ghana. Now I'm going to look for that green egg that Ernest said he could show me.
Sure.
So, yeah, so see you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
That was very informative.
Yeah.
Yeah, very informative. You're doing great, man.